Hello students! In the previous video, we saw that the density of Earth's atmosphere is non-uniform everywhere, as it consists of layers of different densities. The layer at a lower altitude from Earth is denser than the layer at a higher altitude. As a result of this, the refractive index of the atmospheric layers decreases continuously from low to high altitudes. Also, the physical conditions of refracting medium, that is atmospheric air, is not steady. So the sunlight reaching the surface of the earth constantly bends like this. This phenomena is known as atmospheric refraction or the refraction of light by the earth's atmosphere. Due to this, the phenomena like the twinkling of stars, early sunrise and delayed sunset occur. So let's see the twinkling of stars first. Now ask yourself, why do stars twinkle when we gaze at the night sky? And why do the planets do not twinkle? Okay, now you already know the reason behind this phenomena. Never mind, even if you cannot recall it now, let us see it again. Do you know the stars are millions of light years away from us and that they emit their own light? Yes, so they can be considered as a point source of light since they are so away from us. And actually, they emit the same amount of light every time. So then what is this twinkling all about if it is not about the fluctuation of light? Let's understand. As the ray of light travels through denser mediums of air from the rarer mediums of atmosphere, it bends towards the normal just like sunlight did. Therefore, the apparent position of the star is not steady, but slightly changes every time we look at the star. Did you get anything? Yes? Let me tell you. Look here. This is the actual position of the star right now. From here, as the rays reach us, they bend like this. Now extrapolate or take back this refracted ray. We get a point somewhere here, isn't it? Yes, and this is what our brain does. It extends the ray backwards, and that is where we see the star. This is the apparent position of the star and not the actual one, because actually the star is somewhere here. It is the extrapolation of this ray that makes us feel that it is here. As a result, we can see that the star is visible to us slightly above its actual position when viewed from Earth. But this is about the location of the star. What about its twinkling effect? As I previously said, the air is very dynamic. And so the temperature of the air and the thickness of the air layers keep getting changed. They get continuously thicker and thinner, since the air keeps flowing from one place to another. As a result, even though the star emits the same amount of light, the amount of light reaching us changes. When the refracted light from the star reaches our eye at this moment, say these many rays reach our eye and star appears brighter. After some time, there is a change in the temperature and constitution of air, since I told you it is very dynamic. So what will happen is the amount of light, the intensity of light now reaching us changes. Thus, the amount of starlight entering the eye flickers every time. And the star sometimes appears brighter and sometimes fainter. And this is the reason behind the twinkling effect of stars. Now think why planets do not twinkle. Planets are much closer to Earth than stars are. While stars are very far away from us and they appear point-sized source of light to us. Due to this, it seems as if just one ray of light is coming from that point source. On the contrary, planets are at a lesser distance as compared to stars. And for this reason, they are counted as extended sources. That is, they are collections of large number of point-sized sources of light. So in simple words, you can imagine many rays are coming from planet as compared to star, which emits a single or a two ray. Thus, they appear much more brighter and prominent, and the light seems to come from more than one point source. The dimming effect of some of the points of the light coming from the planet is nullified by the brightening effect of the light coming from other points. Well, this does not happen in stars as they are just at one point. So this is why we see that planets do not twinkle while stars do. Now let's answer the next question. Why do we see an early sunrise and a delayed sunset? Students, if I may tell you, you see the sun even before it rises. Yes, you see it 2 minutes earlier before actually the sun appears in the sky. Will you believe it? Well, but this is true. The reason is, again, the refraction of light. Due to this, what we see in the sky is the apparent position of the sun. Suppose you are standing at horizon here on the Earth's surface. Recall the line where the sky and the Earth seem to come together is nothing but the horizon. Again, the rays from the sun reach our eyes only after refraction through different layers of atmospheric air. So it is bent when it reaches us. Thus, when extended back, this bent ray, what we see is the apparent position of the sun, which is above the horizon, like this. Hence, the virtual position of the sun is above the horizon. And we see the sun 2 minutes before it reaches the horizon in the morning. And we say that this is an early sunrise. Similarly, at the time of sunset, due to same bending of light rays, we see the apparent position of the sun, which is not its actual position. So sun is already below the horizon and we see that it is still in the sky. Thus, even after setting, when sun goes below the horizon line, in the evening, we see it still above the horizon for 2 minutes. As a result, we see sun for 2 minutes more in the evening and 2 minutes early in the morning. This increases the daytime by 4 minutes. So students, these are some important phenomena that occur due to atmospheric refraction. In the next video, we will explore some more interesting concepts.